If you're new to my channel, I make videos about valuable information that comes up in my past life regression sessions. If any of these topics are of interest to you, please hit the red subscribe button down below to subscribe to this channel. And if you've been here before, welcome back. This is my friend Jason, and Jason is also a client. So Jason, do you have any words that you get triggered by?
I do. I actually get triggered when people curse.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say I cursed.
Uh-huh.
Would you tell me, please don't around me? Or would you just keep it to yourself?
I might just keep it to myself. I don't know.
But it would kind of like bother you on the inside?
Me. Yeah.
Yeah, it would trigger you.
Yeah.
Then you would have to sit down and figure out why it bothers you. And to the point where then you do the work and then it doesn't faze you anymore. It doesn't bother you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So when you were younger, were you triggered by cursing?
I was actually fearful sometimes of my parents, and if they were angry or mad at something, they might be cursing, and it might not actually be directed towards me, but I think I've somehow blended all of that together to think cursing is wrong.
So you felt, so it wasn't you cursing, it was your parents cursing.
My parents.
So you feel, you're kind of like equating cursing with getting into trouble.
Right.
Oh, I see. Interesting. So now if someone curses, it kind of brings that up.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. How do you think you could release that so that it wouldn't bother you anymore?
Well, it is something I felt for a very long time. Although, even just talking to you here is sort of shifting my thinking on it and feeling around it.
Because you're releasing it. Have you talked about it to anybody? Or have you just been holding it in this whole time?
No, I think I've just been not even aware of it.
Oh, so you've been carrying it around this whole time?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Now, were you really little or were you like a teenager?
Both.
Both, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess not being afraid of looking at it and realizing you did nothing wrong, right? You did nothing wrong. And it's okay. So maybe if you can go and speak to that young child and say, it's okay, you know, they were just cursing, had nothing to do with me. And reassure the inner child that it's, you know, he's safe. You feel like that could help?
It could. I mean, it makes more sense to me now, just sitting here talking about it. I wasn't even really sometimes aware that that would bother me. Yeah.
Right. But then you get triggered. So that's interesting. You see how we just did the inner work.
Uh-huh.
This is a great example of doing the inner work. So now if someone curses, do you feel like you're going to get as triggered?
I'll probably think of it in a whole new way. I might get triggered,
But if you do,
but I might not.
But if you do, now you can go back to that childhood memory again and say, okay, I know where this is coming from, and you can continue to let it go. Right?
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah.
This is unexpected. I wasn't expecting us to do that, but
Yeah.
okay. Hey, we're working all the time. Okay, well, wonderful. Okay, so I think let's just do a recap. So the bottom line is, when somebody makes a request and says, hey, don't say this, hey, don't say that, it really is unreasonable, because basically what you would have to do is walk around with a pad with everybody's name on it and all their requests. And really, in the end, it's their work. They should be figuring out why they're triggered. Just like Jason. You know, Jason was triggered when people cursed, and we just did the work. You know, we weren't planning on doing the work, but we did it. And to show you as an example, actually, you know, so this is great. Is there anything else that you want to share before we end?
Just that this was really helpful. I would have thought, you know, it's okay for someone to ask me not to say something, or me to ask them not to say something. That was just what we do. But that is so confusing, and then there's so much, and
you can't remember
hurts my head,
You
and
can't
then
remember.
you break that. I don't know if it's sort of like an unspoken promise,
Right.
and friendships or relationships crumble.
Right. Right, for nothing.
For nothing.
For nothing, because it's just a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I hope you got a lot out of this, and thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see more of you later. I want you to know that I make these videos because I want you to remember who you truly are. You are a spirit being having a human experience. You come from a place of unconditional love. You are perfect in every way. You just don't remember it sometimes. If you liked this video and found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up so I know to record more videos like this. Thank you.